All right, all right. Hangout is air. Hey, this hangout on air is live. That's weird. That's a weird statement, isn't it? This hangout on air is live. If it's on the air and it's live, it's kind of redundant,
We
right?
could have a tape delay. There is that 5-second stop.
Yeah,
got to have that nibble gate. Depends on how picky you want to be on the whole concept of live.
I don't know. I think we're getting lied to already. So what's going on, everybody? How is the chat? I know we're super late today. I'm sorry. But I didn't want to ditch anybody. I didn't want to ditch you guys. I figured we'd go live and see what happens. I don't have a whole lot going on tonight. Got a couple of guests. Roll call. You've never been on the show, have you?
No, this is my first time. Thank you for having me.
It's a celebration. So we got Grimm out there. Grimm, you got a link if you want one. Phoenix, you got a link if you want one too. General Relativity, what's going on, buddy guy?
I've
Patriot.
almost made it to the big time.
Yeah, right. This is the medium time. Patriot, you've got a link too if you want to hop in there, buddy. Ding dong ditch, says Grimm 90. What the hell does that mean? He's out there speaking in tongues. That's Grimm language. Grimm chat. I got roll call, I got gunpowder, and I got ape. If anybody else wants a link, let me know. I've got a ton of them out. We'll see what happens. I know it's a little bit late. Gun snobs out there. How you doing, gun snob? What's going on? we could use some topics too. If you guys are you guys out there have any ideas for topics. You say I had a super busy day. Didn't get a chance to do a whole lot as far as the show goes. So I just kind of came home, slammed it up, got it on gun channels, and we'll see what's going on. If anybody out in the chat has any topics, anything they want to talk about, anything they have any questions about, now would be a great time to do it. Double T's out there. How you doing, buddy? So why don't you guys introduce yourself, Ape?
Everyone, I'm FineApe1393. Find me on Instagram and YouTube. And I am very tired today because I got to spend all day painting and moving railroad ties.
Ugh, it's like work.
Yeah, especially when it's 100 degrees in the shade.
Why the hell would you do such a thing?
Because relatives, moving, helping sell house. Because I'm a nice guy, goddammit.
I'm nice, damn it. Assholes. Russ Carr's out there. How you doing, Russ? Patriot says, I'd say grilling. How come you can't spell kielbasa right, Patriot? Every time you spell kielbasa, you spell it kabasa. Kabasa.
Well, that's because he gets it at the 7-Eleven. It's not technically kielbasa, and the meat is spelled without an A.
Oh, is that what it is? Spelled without the I. K-E-I. Yeah, okay. You're missing a couple letters in there. Kabasa sounds like a motorcycle. I had a Suzuki Kabasa. That was fast. That was a good one. What's up, Gunpowder? What's going on?
Not much. Just trying to get Tardot Jr. to go to sleep. Other than that, just hanging out with my gun gals and trying to get ready for another week of home remodeling. Fun stuff.
Did you guys have a show tonight?
Yes. Our first show on our actual Gun Gals YouTube channel. It was awesome.
That's what I was going to say. I actually, I got a sub to that. I haven't subbed to that yet.
Sure.
That's why I asked. Yeah, that's me. Liberty Cat, what's going on out there? Double T says, thanks to me and Patriot for the awesome patches and cards from gear websites. Did he send out the Gun Channel's trading cards? I think he did. Patriot says, damn Siri, can't trust them robots. That's for sure. I'll tell you what, he's putting some of the trading cards up again. If I don't get a set this time, I'm gonna freak out. I've been trying to get a hold of a set for freaking months now. It's driving me nuts. He said he's gonna have some up here pretty soon. So if anybody buys them and I don't get any, I'm shutting your channel down. I'm gonna squeal on you until you get shut down.
Just for that, I'm gonna go buy them all.
Squeal like a little piggy.
Yeah. See, yeah, that's it. Roll call. How's that AR coming, buddy?
I just put it back together, and it's functioning just fine as long as I don't run wolf ammo, and that's it.
Well, you don't know if it's
And
functioning
cleaning.
until you squeeze
that?
off around. So you don't know if it's functioning until you squeeze off around. So we'll be waiting here. You can do a desk pop anytime now.
Let me think about it.
It's okay. We say it's okay, so it's totally legal. Just do it. Go ahead. Come on.
Well, I might be able to get away with it in the house, but if I go outside, we're definitely going to have an interaction with people we probably don't want to talk to.
I got Sarge's phone number if you need it, and you can give him a call, maybe help you out.
Well, hopefully he'll send him another eagle that Fine Ape got, but we won't talk about that.
Hey, man, I
Patriot
was
says
just
there's
in
a
the right
set on
place at the right
eBay
time.
right now. I looked on eBay today, and I couldn't find it, so he must have just put it up this afternoon. Patriot, if you could shoot me a link to that, that would be awesome. If you could email me that link, that'd be super sweet. Russ Carr says he has 2 decks and a limited prototype deck. That's why we don't like Russ Carr. That's just reason number 643. I keep track. I'm good like that.
Apparently.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, midnight. I forgot
buddy.
to say thank you for getting a hold of me, and thank you for Vandalistica Vlogs for sending me. I just received the Patriot in the Dark thing.
Yeah.
I did my live chat this morning around like 7 o'clock. So yeah, thanks for getting a hold of me, and thanks for Vandalistica. I'm not going to keep that stuff. I'm going to do a giveaway and pass it on to somebody else.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't deserve it because I didn't enter that contest, and I'm just that kind of guy.
Yeah, no, that's pass the swag, right? Hashtag pass the swag. That's nothing wrong with that.
I'll use it.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's cool. Phoenix says, never trust anyone on gun channels. Ellis still owes me some waffles, damn it. A lot of waffle owing going on around us in these joints, huh?
Someone still owes me Reuben and sweet potato fries.
It's possible. They might.
They might. Can't imagine who.
I'll tell you what, I'll do you one of those Nilla wafer banana pudding things for the picnic chat. Yeah. Those are delicious.
That's it's specious. That is specious. I am highly, highly offended.
Well, just don't. If you're gonna throw poop, just don't throw it at me, okay?
What if
Maybe
I throw
send a-
chocolate pudding that smells a little south of cheese?
Send it gunpowder's way. She's used to it.
That's rude. That's rude. That's rude. What did I do?
She's used to it.
I would not do anything to gunpowder.
See,
Even though I already have a get out of jail free card for throw punching.
yes.
Oh,
Yes.
how'd you get that?
Because he's awesome.
Because I am the fine ape.
Yep.
Oh. Hey, Patriot, what's going on, dude?
It worked the first time. What's going on with this thing?
I know, that's crazy, right? You didn't have to join 600 times and go into a bunch of empty rooms and.
Oh, I figured I was just going into empty when I was about to hang up, and I heard you guys talking. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was having trouble the other night. I tried to jump in one and I kept getting. It was like breaking up and crackling like crazy. I had to join like 3 or 4 times till I actually got a good connection.
Mine just throws me in an empty room, so I figured you guys are just messing with me.
Yeah.
Because nobody's joined. You're sitting there.
That's cool. You want to introduce yourself, Patriot?
I'm Patriot in the Dark, the blind guy. I did buy a new gun this weekend.
Oh shit! Look at this.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I went to get information at a local gun shop just to get some business cards, swag, anything they had to send out to G and stuff for the gun show guide. Mm-hmm. And I ended up leaving with the Taurus. I don't know if Matt was talking in my ear or what, but I got the G2 Compact. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that's nice. I mean, that was the first Taurus I've even messed with, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It was cheap. It was the Gen 3, so came with 2 mags, so I can't complain.
Cool. Gun stuff is Guns are good, okay? Can't go wrong with that. I was hoping to get out and shoot a little bit today and didn't make it. I just keep this. I'm like the worst gun guy ever. Phoenix says, "Hey, can we make the blind guy our official sentry? You know, like Robin Hood Men in Tights." You'd be blinking. I guess if we ever did a Robin Hood Men in Tights. Yeah, oh, yeah. If we ever did Robin Hood Men in Tights, I guess that's kind of typecasting, though. I don't know. Is that right? That's probably wrong, right? Typecast people like that. Rude. That'd be a good one for G. That'd be a fun one to watch on GunTube. I'll do like Mystery Science Theater style on that one. That'd be a fun movie to watch. That's a good flick. Oh, Russ put a link to the cards. Okay, cool. So don't anybody use that link, or I'll be fucking pissed. I've been trying to get a hold of these goddamn cards forever. I'm the one that
I just bought 5.
I'm the one that hit him up to redo them, and he's like, "Well, we'll see." And then he did the poll and did all this stuff, and I just kept hitting him up all the time. He's like, "Hey, you doing those cards again? I think he just got sick of me. I'm surprised he didn't just send me a pack to shut me the hell up. Probably bugging the hell out of him.
Well, I got a couple with those patches he sent, but I don't know if they're the old ones or the new ones.
Oh, yeah.
They're the same size, but...
Yeah. They just have a different back, I think. The new ones have like that
black and gray.
The blue ones are the new ones are really cool. They're like a blue-white kind of, almost looks like camo, but it's all little G's. That's really cool. I like them. Hey, Philo's out there. Excellent. So, I don't know what's going on, man. Is there anything going on in the news today? I've been super out of the loop. Ape says, and sold out. Bastards. Should have kept my mouth shut. We got moms shooting bad guys. I know that. Everybody's kind of talked about that. Even my wife was talking about that on the way home. She asked me if I'd heard about it. Yeah, those are the new ones.
I must have been really busy with home remodeling. What the hell happened?
Yeah, those are. So I guess mom had her 2 kids in the back. She was pumping gas, and some dude hopped in the driver's seat. Was gonna carjack her, steal the car, and she jumped. Apparently, I think what I had heard was she jumped. I don't know if this is true. It's probably bullshit, but she had jumped in. Well, I guess it makes sense though, because she jumped in the front seat, and he wouldn't get out, and she had a pistol in the glove box. She pulled the pistol out and shot him, killed him. She killed him in the face. Apparently, shot him in the head.
Nice.
Actually, no, he didn't die. Right? He's still alive. I don't think he died. Actually, I didn't actually read the article. This is just from so many people talking about it. Yeah, she let him have it for sure. So, yeah.
Did you hear about the one with the park and the homeless people? I don't know exactly where it was, where the guys from this park, they're trying to close this park because of the homeless guys. Somebody followed, I think she was in her 80s or late 70s. I've probably blown this story up, but he came in, she walked in the house and he followed her in there and he was like naked or whatever. And, she's an old lady. She pulled out a gun and he wrestled it and shot her in the eye or something. That's all I heard. So
he took it away from her?
I think so. And he was going to leave, and I don't know. But they're trying to, I guess they were having protests or something about the shutting the park down instead of just, policing it or whatever. I don't know anything about it. So.
Well, yeah, I would be interested to see, because if it was a state park, she probably wasn't supposed to be carrying anyway. Depending on where it is.
I think it was when she got home. She, found he was in there and made it to her wherever she had it hid or something.
Oh wow! I'll look it up here. See if I can find something on it. Do you remember where that was?
No. Park. It might have been in California. I'm not sure.
There's no guns in California.
None.
80-year-old woman survives rape and gunshot wound. Yeah.
Is it?
During horrific Las Vegas robbery.
Las Vegas. It was close.
Yeah, law enforcement officials in Vegas arrested a man who allegedly shot an 80-year-old woman in her home during an hour-long armed robbery. 53-year-old criminal loser, bastard, asshole, scumbag was taken into custody and charged with kidnapping, attempted murder, sexual assault, battery, burglary, according to Las Vegas police. A caretaker for the elderly woman shared photos. We need to get Huntridge Circle Park closed immediately until we can figure out how to stop so many home invasions in the area. Start throwing lead at people. That changes their mind real quick. I was trying to be nice and keep my wits about me the whole time. A woman who is only being identified by your first name to protect her privacy said. I asked him, is that a different story? Oh, he had a tattoo of a chick on his arm. She asked him if that was his girlfriend. And he said he wasn't amused. He's probably not amused that I'm still alive either, she said. Yeah, she shot her. Crazy. Yeah, well, the great equalizer, right? Firearms give you the chance to even the odds a little bit if somebody wants to do you harm. I think I know it's a pretty good example of it can happen to anybody, and you need to be take care of yourself if you can. There's not going to be anybody to take care of you. It's a shame. Oh yeah, the wife's out there. She's got her other. Oh, she's sneaking around with her other account. She's out there creeping. Hey, G-Web's out there. What's going on? Who else is out there? Gun-loving Grandpa Stanley. What's up? Psycho 316. Nodax out there. Biker Bob. What's going on, buddy? Actually, Bob, I think I gave you a link too. I think I shot you one. We were at so we went down to IKEA, pick up some stuff, pick up some shelving for the little man's toys, and I was pretty lucky that IKEA doesn't allow carrying of Beretta 92s, apparently. But I don't have a Beretta 92, so it was good. I don't know if you saw the picture of the sticker. Very specific. It's very weird that they'd only disallow Beretta 92s. I don't know. That's weird. So I had I don't know if anybody watches Joe Rogan. I generally like Rogan. I think he's a pretty good guy. He's a gun owner. He shoots. He does hunt, I believe, or is getting into hunting or wants to get into hunting. And he had a dude on the other day, and I was going to play some of that. I've never played a live stream on the show. I wanted to show a couple clips of it because I think it was pretty interesting. The dude, I couldn't recognize the guy at first. I turned it on. I was listening to it. I'm like, God damn, who is this dude? Who is this dude? Turns out his last name's Vaughn. It's Theo Vaughn. He was he's a comedian now, but he was on Road Rules years ago. One of the first Road Rules. A guy named Theo. I don't know if you remember him. He was on, and he's kind of kind of an odd guy. He's definitely kind of a yes man. Just seems like he kind of go along with whatever you tell him to go along with. And if you watch the interview, throughout the interview, he's kind of just lets Joe lead him throughout everything. It's a little bit weird, but they started talking about the giraffe, that older giraffe that was taken. It was killed, hunted illegally by the woman. And I have a couple minutes worth of that interview that I wanted to show, because it really showed a really, really weird progression in this guy's mind from hunting trophy game, which I mean, consider the giraffe trophy game, I suppose, to murder of a human. It's very, very weird. So I'm going to try and screenshot it. And I'll have to have you guys let me know that it sounds good or whatever. You know what I mean? That you can hear it. Basically, the beginning of it, it's like a 6 minute, 45 second clip. The first couple of minutes is Joe just describing the situation a little bit. He talks about why they killed the animal, and not just, it wasn't just a sport kill. They killed it because this animal is, I think they said he was 18 years old, which I think it was 18 years old, very old for a giraffe, past breeding age, but not not so old that he couldn't sort of lead the group. And he had killed already 3 younger male giraffes. And I know we were talking the other day in a chat. It might have been an after chat. There were Clover and me and somebody else, a couple other people were in the after chat talking about harvesting deer, taking deer, and how they don't want to take younger deer, rather take an older deer that's probably not going to be able to breed much more. They want to leave those younger deer so they can breed. If you take a younger deer, you've possibly taken that deer and multiple offspring, whereas if you take an older deer, hopefully you don't have that situation. You're taking that deer and maybe that's it. So that's kind of where he starts here. Now, let me see. I'm gonna try to. Now, should be a screenshot, or I should be on there, right? How's that?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Now, let's see if we can get a copyright strike here.
That's all right. I can see it. So,
does it look good, Patriot? Everything look all right?
It looks great.
Okay, cool. It looks good to you. It looks good to me. All right. So, like I said, he's just kind of explaining this. Now, the first 50 seconds of this is just kind of Joe explaining a little bit, and then this made me laugh and I'm not trying to make fun of this dude at all, but his description of petting zoo is pretty funny. I mean, I grew up near a petting zoo. We used to go there all the time when I was a little kid. We used to take my brother there. And maybe to some people it's different. Like maybe they're not used to having something like that around them when they're a kid. But I was like basically screaming at my phone. I was like, it's a petting zoo. It's called a petting zoo. It's so funny. Let's see if you guys can hear this. You guys hear it?
No.
You can't? You couldn't hear that?
Nope.
Damn.
You're just doing a regular screen share, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't transfer sound.
Just drop a link and one of us will play it.
Okay. Let me copy. Thanks, G. I'll put it in the side chat here. There you go. Thanks. Is that something I have the ability to do as the host to do something like that, or do I just not know how to do it?
it's probably your laptop. Some laptops, like mine, doesn't care. It'll just play my speakers into my microphone. But some laptops, like there's something like they know not to play their own speakers into their microphone.
Okay. Okay.
What do you want it? Like do something?
If you start at 2 minutes, that would be awesome.
All these this is more complicated than I'm seeing on the surface. It's not simply a cruel person shot a giraffe and we should be angry at her. Right. It's like, no, they had to shoot that giraffe because it was killing other giraffes. So is it appropriate the way she celebrated it? That's when you have to wonder. You know, but they were eating it. I mean, that's the other thing. It's like they got fucking 800 pounds of meat or something like that out of that giraffe. Oh, wow. It's a huge animal. I think it was more than that. Didn't they say 2,000 pounds of meat? I think it's a 4,000 pound animal. And they got 2,000 pounds of meat, which they give to all the villages, all the people there. And I know people are like, hey, I don't give a fuck. You shouldn't shoot a giraffe. I feel the same way. Because when I see a giraffe, I don't think of it as something I want to shoot and eat. Yeah. I think of it as something a little kid can feed at the fucking zoo because they're so gentle. They're so gentle that they let people feed them.
Oh, yeah. They had a thing by our home when I was growing up. They had a thing. Dude had a couple giraffes out there, a couple of lambs and shit. Yeah. You could get out there and buy a little cup of corn and go out there. And you don't even have to know, like, you don't have to sign a waiver. You don't have to do anything. You don't even have to fucking be able to read very well. And you can fucking feed a giraffe point blank.
It's the only animal that is a wild African animal that we let kids feed at the fucking zoo. Little kids can feed them.
Yeah. I can't believe that there's that much. I mean, when I hear that, for one, the lady, why did she have to put that picture out? What was in it for her to do that? If she even knew, like.
She's a hunter, and she was excited that she got to kill a big giraffe. You know, and it gets strange when you just kill a bunch of things and make stuffed trophies and put them in your trophy room, and you go, well, I want to get it now. I want to get a ram. Okay, I got a ram. Now I want to get a mountain goat. Okay, and you got like this menagerie inside of your house.
Yeah, it gets dark, man. Now I want to get a mouse. Now I want to get a stepdad. Now I want to get a fucking.
But then the thing is, like, okay, but if you're eating all of those things, and this is how you get.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Well, yeah, it's okay, but there's something we all have a strange feeling about. The idea is that people are killing these things, and they're getting some kind of pleasure out of it, and they're not doing it just to eat it.
Right.
But still, like, even if you are going to eat it, we don't want you to be really happy when you kill something. That's it too.
That's some of it. I think the villagers should be able the ones that should vote on if it was okay or not. It's in their village.
They would vote okay every time because they get money from it.
Then to me, that seems okay, because a lot of times it's like we're judging things from so far away, we don't even know. We don't even know what it's like there.
We're talking about completely different dynamics in terms of like the way their culture works. First of all, the money for these big hunts that these people pay to shoot all these different things down there, that's a shitload of money. And that shitload of money for that area, for that part of the world, is gigantic. Yeah. It fuels conservation efforts. It pays for these people that are essentially their version of game wardens, and then they have these different people that are employed by these hunting companies. And then there's resources to stop poaching, and then resources to actively participate in controlling habitat and making sure these animals are in healthy populations and bringing their numbers up. This is all done through the money that comes from hunting. So it's super fucked up. Right? It's weird because it doesn't make sense. It's like the people that are paying to keep these animals alive are also the ones that want to shoot them. So people are like, what the we would like it to be all the conservation money comes from people who just love animals and want to keep them alive. But that's not the case.
That's not the case.
No. The money comes almost, I mean, it's not exclusively, because there are a lot of conservation groups that do donate for wildlife protection and for preserving of animal habitats. There's definitely some people that donate,
right?
But it's not even close to the amount of money that's raised from hunting tax.
And especially hunting, you're on that local level. Like you're in like some of these programs, I'm sure they're a little bit more bigger, more blanket, But you get into that local level, $50,000 can keep a small town or a small habitat around for the year.
Yeah, and I don't know how that money's distributed. I don't know who's getting all that money, but you're right. It makes us uncomfortable, but rightly so. I mean, you're looking at a giraffe, you want giraffes to stay alive. You say, like, that's amazing. But we have to
you can cut it.
In this particular case where that giraffe had to go.
All right, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. So one of the things that I kind of thought, I mean, there's a couple of goofy things in there, obviously, but one of the things is we talk about a lot is talking to people that aren't gun people, or talking to people that don't understand guns, or why we like guns, or why we feel like we should own guns, for not just, protection or whatever. But we talk to people, and one of the things that was kind of startling to me was the way that he kind of started off like, oh, I can't believe that this happened. Why would they kill the giraffe? That's wrong. And then ended up at the end of it, through just a few minutes, saying, oh, well, yeah, it feeds a lot of people and the money is great and all this stuff. He kind of it was really weird to me to see him totally flip flop like that. And we always talk about there's people out there that you can't change their mind, or you don't think it's worth trying to change their mind. And I think this is a very easy example of changing somebody's mind. I mean, it's a little bit weird, but if you come with really good, positive answers, or information, you can change people's minds. This guy went from "this is horrible" to, well, okay, I can see why they did it, and I can see where the money is going, and that's pretty cool. But the first thing that jumped out at me when I watched it, obviously, and it sounded like G was the one that was laughing, was basically it's a stepping stone to murdering people. It just blew my mind that he kind of thought, he's like, yeah, you get this, and then you shoot a mouse, and then you shoot your stepdad, and then you shoot a contractor. It's like, I was like, what the hell are you talking about? You're assuming that this that hunting turns you into some sort of serial killer or something. So that, and the dude acts like a petting zoo is like some sort of crazy thing that you need a license to go to a petting zoo. He's like, you don't even have to know how to read good. I'm like, what the hell? It's crazy. So I thought it was interesting to watch, because it was kind of something that we talk about a lot. Again, like how you can change people's minds. And instead of beating your chest and saying, well, I have the right to do this and it's my right and you can't take it away from me, to this is the reason why they do it, and it's actually very helpful and the right thing to do. Not a right, but it is right. So anybody have anything to say? Kind of open it up to you guys. Listen to me jabberjaw.
I don't watch his podcast, but that's a great point to bring out of that one. Right. You can just sometimes by having conversation, give somebody a little bit better insight, because they might not be, solidified in that position. It's just the last position they heard and it sounded logical to them.
Right. Yeah. And that's kind of where, I mean, I'm, not the best at conveying, messages. Sometimes I'm sort of stumbling a little bit, but yeah, he seemed like the kind of guy, like I said at the beginning, that he would kind of go along with whatever. And that's kind of what you said. Like, the last person said that it was horrible, so he thought it was horrible. And now Joe is telling them, no, this is pretty good. So he's thinking, okay, it's pretty good. I think that's just seems to be the kind of guy he is. But this kind of thing happens a lot. I think there's a lot of not, I don't know what you call this. I mean, you're taking down the animal for the right reasons. They do it a lot down in Gettysburg, and because you're not allowed to hunt down there with whitetail, and it just gets totally just inundated with whitetail. There's just whitetail all over the place down there. They're pretty destructive when they're in large numbers like that. And they will actually bring in, it's weird because for years hunters have been fighting to let them buy tags to hunt down there by the battlefields, and they won't do it. They will bring in state police and with rifles, and they'll take them down. And I'm not sure what they do with the meat. They probably donate the meat. I would hope so, but they'll do that you hear about it every once in a while. But it would be a great little, even if you did it for some sort of charity, to whatever money that hunters would pay for the tags to go down there and do that. And that's kind of what they're talking about in the show. So I'm sure that happens all over the world, different places. Thought it was interesting for him to say too.
Like if they're gonna hunt on the gut and in Gettysburg, then they should have to dress up like a Revolutionary War dude, like if he was out hunting.
That would be awesome. See, I mean, wouldn't that be cool? You have to use muskets. You have to use a muzzle loader.
Right,
I mean,
cut it up, cook it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
No, here's your Enfield. Here's your Springfield rifle. Go to town.
Yep. You gotta. Yep. I mean, I don't know. If they would do that, I bet you dudes would come from all over the place to do it. There's a lot of guys that are, that do the, not recreations. What is it? The reenactments. I guarantee there'd be guys there doing that like crazy. It'd be really neat to see, and pay to do it. It'd be kind of cool. So I don't know. I thought maybe it would spark some conversation. If anybody has anything to add or has any questions or anything like that, feel free. Open mic.
If they open that up at Gettysburg, I'm totally paying for it because I want to do that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I know one year I heard one year they did it from helicopter, like almost like they do pigs. Yeah, Rich has said hunting Gettysburg with the Sharps or Spencer. Yeah.
I don't know. I almost wonder if it's got to be if that's got to be something with it being a federal historical landmark, though.
It is. That's what it is. You're not allowed to hunt on historical land. Mm-hmm.
I might not be 100% aware of this, the way they do it, but it sounds like to me if they're gonna hunt from a helicopter and basically shoot like arrows out with ropes on them and then snag these deer and then hoist them up to the helicopter like dozens at a time, that could be kind of horrible for a kid, right? Who sees a whole slew of reindeer underneath this weird looking sleigh.
Santa's sleigh's having trouble this year, kids. I need to get that sleigh in the
Jimmy, those deer are reindeer that did not make the cut. So do your best.
See, I would totally take it the opposite, and I'd look at my kids and be like, see, because you acted bad. Every time you act bad, a deer dies. Who's going to drive Santa's sleigh now?
Yep. So,
Andy, wonder why they
right, I'm no longer the worst parent on gun channels. Thank you, Gunpowder Beauty. I appreciate you taking the title away.
You're welcome. Do what I can. Got to traumatize them somehow.
Rattlesnake and raccoon, all sorts of stuff out there.
Rattlesnake, any kind of snake is a good bait for hunting hogs.
I've never had snake, to tell you the truth. I've had gator. I like gator. Gator's tasty.
I've never ate snake. I just use it to bait for hogs. They like them.
Oh, that's kind of weird, isn't it? Because snakes usually eat frogs. Is that why they eat them? They're like, it's probably so delicious because they're usually getting attacked by snakes.
Like pigs.
Oh, I thought you said frogs. I'm like, that's kind of weird.
Oh my gosh!
I was like, you're out there gigging frogs with snake bait. That's weird.
No.
Yeah, Liberty Cat says she tried rattlesnake tastes like chicken. Gator's kind of like that too. It's real mild.
No, it's not. It's not like chicken.
What's not like chicken? Gator?
Gator is not like chicken.
Snake is more like fish than it is chicken, I think.
It's kind of it's a gator's kind of like I mean
oily.
It's white. It's like a white meat, kind of pinkish, and it is kind of tough. It's you got to be careful, and if you overcook it, it's like Super Ball for sure.
Snake's not like that though, because it's so little. It doesn't like alligators, like steak. You get big chunks of it.
Yeah, tail meat. Behave. Rich White says, behave or Rudolph won't be on because I'll kill him during hunting season. That's just angry. It's just angry. Just angry.
Mm-hmm. Listen, Santa hasn't brought me toys in years, so what happens to his deer when it comes hunting season is not my fault. Fat man should have brought me some toys.
Are you still upset about not getting the 460 rolling?
Yes, I am. Very much upset.
You need a what's the cassoulet is the one that you can shoot a couple of different calibers out of, right? That's what you need to get. Big old
460. The 460 Smith & Wesson Magnum. You can shoot the 454 Cazul and 45 Colt.
Ah. Yeah. Okay. He's right then. That's what you got to get.
And Mia, why would you want a monkey salad? Why are you doing this to me?
Maybe that means she'll have a salad monkey. Like she needs
monkey bread is delicious.
Yeah, we do a good monkey bread at the restaurant. That's tasty. She said, I'll have a salad monkey.
Is that like on Indiana Jones? On the Temple of Doom, the bad one?
What, monkey bread? That would be monkey brains.
Monkey brain.
Yeah. Hey, Outlaw, what's going on?
Asshole.
I am not.
We're talking about brains, not those. It's different kind of. You can eat them.
It's the other end of the goat.
Yeah. That's the wrong end. I mean, you can start wherever you want to, though. That's fine. I'm not gonna.
How the hell are you people?
Well, it's good till you started calling people assholes.
Well, no, I wasn't calling people assholes. I was talking midnight.
Whatever.
Did you forget how to operate your electronic mail again, Outlaw?
Not hardly. I just got home from work. I'm fucking tired. Oh, hi, everybody.
Hi, sweetheart. You sound like you've had a wonderful day.
Oh, well. It's life in the kitchen in the summer. It sucks.
Yeah.
Midnight, did you take away his AC unit?
Yeah. Shit. I mean, shit. We're actually pretty lucky. Our kitchen's not too bad. It was actually hotter outside than it was in the kitchen the other day. I mean, unless you're right on the line, you know what I mean, where you're actually cooking. But yeah, it all depends on that return air. Man, whoever designed the kitchen before when they first opened up did a horrible job. We had the vents redone and we moved them, and they do pretty good now. I can't really complain about it.
Well, our kitchen is about 30 years old, and there's no AC in the back whatsoever.
Ugh. Screw that, man.
Oh, it's a pain in the rear.
Yeah, that's no good. That's no good at all. You just bring one in, hook it right up there in front of the dishwasher.
Yeah, there you go. My boss would love that shit.
Hey, tell him, hey, it's tax deductible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Psycho says the most unusual meat he's had was bison and duck. Yeah, that's not too unusual. I love bison. I mean, I grew up eating venison and elk and bison, so I mean it's no big deal to me. We always ate it really, really simply. Just a lot of ground up to do it in his burgers and stuff. Duck's great though. I love duck.
I am not a fan of duck.
I have never eaten duck, so I couldn't tell you.
Well, you get a lot of people. I mean, and it's this way with a lot of foods. People will have something, and if it's not done well, they just right off the bat they don't want to ever give it another chance. It's like guns. Sometimes you buy a gun, you buy one that doesn't function real well, and you're like, "Fuck them! They're garbage. Every one of them's garbage because you got one that wasn't reliable at first." Same thing with food. You got to give it a chance.
I like.
You got to give it a chance. Yeah, and we do it as a just the breast, skin on duck breast, but they'll love whole roasted duck. That's a good way to go.
I heard it's a big grease.
Yeah, I mean, and that's in the preparation too, and that's why a lot of times when they do the whole ducks, they hang them and roast them really, really slow and just kind of let a lot of the fat melt out. Hey, Rupan, what's up? Rupan, if anybody out there wants a link, let me know. We got room over here if anybody wants in. Mm-hmm. Tina says, so are buffalo wings made of buffalo meat? Yes. And bones and feathers.
You've never
Bones,
seen
feathers.
flying buffalo before?
Well, there aren't many out there anymore because they've taken all the wings off of them.
Well, just got to be, you think hitting goose with an airline is something, try a 2,000-pound buffalo.
Well, that's why they have 4570s in the cockpit, just in case.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cat, the other white meat. Hey, Too Hottie, what's going on?
Cat is not white meat.
I wouldn't know. Never made one. And Calavera says wild duck doesn't always have much fat. That's kind of how it is with wild anything. That they tend to be leaner.
Mm-hmm.
Turkey's the same way. A lot of the meat's darker, but tends to be a little bit leaner. You gotta be careful when you cook it. That's when you want to do some fancy stuff. Lay some strips of bacon across the top or something like that.
Or just cut it up and make a stew.
Yeah, lift the skin up. Put some fat underneath the skin is really nice too. Then the skin gets all crispity crunchity. It's nice. Do you guys do anything interesting for the 4th as far as food goes? We were gonna try and do a little, picnic foods kind of thing, but we can just talk about it. Does it like anybody do anything odd? I mean, we're from lots of different parts of the country here. Anybody do anything that we would consider kind of different or unusual? Unknown users out there, how you doing?
Yeah, I worked.
Yes, we are having a party without you.
That's what I did. I worked.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, my dinner for that night was chicken and biscuits.
Any gravy
nothing wrong
on
with
the
that.
And all I did was just a plain old steak and salad.
Mm.
Man, y'all are making me hungry. Stop it.
But I did decide to get a little patriotic. Red, white,
What the
and blue
hell is
beads
that?
on the. That's red, white, and blue beads on the shotgun, man. Come on.
Oh, it's on the
I
shot. I
don't
couldn't
wanna
realize
know
they
what
had
you
it.
had to do
realize
to
they
get
let
those
you back
beads.
in New Orleans after the last time.
I couldn't tell what you had it hanging off of.
I hope those beads are clean.
Well, they haven't been anywhere they wouldn't be.
That's how you get Ellis started up in the bedroom. You start him like a lawnmower. You just
You fucking asshole.
and he's ready to go.
That was good, actually. That was nice.
Phoenix says, let me say for the record, I do not want to know what Ellis did for those beads. That's true. We didn't even think about it that way. What the hell do you have to do to get those things?
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answers to.
I showed up at work.
I thought he was still banned in New Orleans.
I just simply showed up at work.
Working that second job?
No.
Yeah, we got steak, got baked beans, mac and cheese, watermelon. Actually, Psycho sounds like he ate the same. he was at our place. He sounds like because we had the same stuff. Exactly. Yeah, the burgers and hot dogs, all that kind of stuff. Jesus. The wife is saying all my good 4th of July stories are firework injuries from work, leech therapy, dismembered hands, etc. But this sounds happier. Yeah.
Those
There you
people
go.
must have been drinking alcohol.
People do some dumb stuff, man.
That is no kidding.
Yeah. And there's been a lot of Pennsylvania just changed their laws with what you can own and use. I know somebody else was talking about that the other day too. Their local, their state or their town or whatever changed what they're allowed to do. They can go out and buy all sorts of crazy stuff now. Phoenix says it's not a 4th of July party until the cops show up for at least the 3rd time. Yeah, when they come and they know everybody at the house by name, you know it's about over with. Yeah. Liberty Cat says, of course we're talking about food and I didn't get dinner. Well, you should know better than to not at least have a snack before you watch a show.
No step on Snicks.
That's true. And if you didn't watch Sarge's show last night, Sarge named his eagle. You guys, I don't know if you watched it or not. That was pretty fun. That was a pretty fun little bracket he did. Hey, Gizzard, what's going on, buddy?
Hey.
You sound sleepy, buddy.
It's the bird.
Sleepy. No.
Wife says, do I remember the big Halloween party when the cops came?
Oh.
Vaguely, I was wasted.
Wow.
Is that why the cops came?
No, I don't think so. No, I was gonna say, I'm pretty loud when I drink. I was gonna try and defend myself, but I guess I probably can't.
You're pretty loud when you don't drink.
Yeah, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Unknown user says the only thing I have in my house is string cheese and peanut butter. She's shopping tomorrow. That's hard to combine those two too. It's like sometimes you get a couple of random things, you can throw them together into something pretty tasty, but string cheese and peanut butter is kind of tough. Not that easy to do.
No, but all you got to do is buy some Ritz crackers and you got something.
Yeah, you can go both ways with it.
Yeah, just put the peanut butter in the microwave till it gets a little less viscous consistency and just dip the cheese in it.
I don't know about that, man. I don't think I can get behind that.
The warm peanut butter or dipping stuff in it.
That's a little weird, dude. That's a little weird.
Ape, what the hell are you doing over there? You look like you watching. The hell is going on over there? Is that fireworks?
It's all kinds of fireworks. This is what a 7-inch barrel with a cat can will do.
Oh, fancy pants.
And that's the reason why my camera was glitching out. Apparently, it did not like being on the little Shorty 300.
Yeah. There you go.
So, did you do anything special for the 4th?
Who, me? No, I didn't. I didn't make anything actually. We went up to camp, and yeah, my aunt and my uncle did some burgers and dogs and stuff like that. My aunt did some mac and cheese and a couple of desserts. It wasn't anything too crazy. It was really simple, but that's like my favorite place on earth, you know. So, I mean, there's been many times when I was a kid, my grandpa and I would go up there, and literally all that was there was like peanut butter and like saltines, you know, and like, or sardines or something like that. Like there was almost we didn't leave a whole lot of stuff up there because during the winter we wouldn't go up a whole lot, and during the summer a lot of times we'd just stop and get what we wanted for that day or the next day or two if we were staying over the weekend. So stop and get a sub, you know, or something like that, and then like a box of oatmeal for them the next morning. That was it, and that's all we needed. This is kind of cool though. So we're gonna do my uncle, I guess my cousin, my aunt, we're all gonna kind of it's the 50th anniversary of my grandfather buying his camp, or the land. We have 50 acres, and the camp is on it. There's a building on it and some sheds and stuff, but about 49 and a half acres of that is still woods, and it runs right up against state game land. So it's really nice. And for the anniversary of him buying it, he bought it in '68. My cousin just got his FFL. He's just doing it out of his house, but either him, I guess he had the idea, or my uncle had the idea. We're going to buy a Henry Golden Boy, and you can actually go onto their website and get the side plate in laser etched, laser engraved with up to 5. I think it's 5 lines and like 25 characters per line, and it's like $150. You just you get the rifle, you take the side plate off, and you put the side plate that you ordered, and you put it right on there. So that'll be pretty cool. And we're gonna have with some the date on it, the date he bought it, and this year, and some lettering, some words, something nice to remember. That's pretty cool. I thought that was really neat. I don't know if anybody ever saw that. If you go on YouTube or whatever and search it, there's lots of videos on it, but that was kind of neat. So I wanted to bring that up in case anybody else ever thought of doing something like that,
An interesting idea, but it seems like you got to read. I mean, you don't even have to read at a petting zoo.
Yeah, I know.
Doesn't that cover like 99% of most petting zoos? Yeah, just keep your fingers away from the mouth.
You barely even got to know how to read. Barely.
Yeah, even a 2-bit fry cook can manage that one.
Yeah. But that was kind of neat. I think we're either not gonna see now. My uncle's idea was to not shoot it, which right off the bat I was like, I don't know about that idea. But I think what I'm gonna, and I think everybody's fine with whatever. I don't think it's gonna be a big deal, but I think all of us are gonna shoot it once. It's me and my uncle and my cousins, whoever wants to shoot it once, clean it really well, and then put it up. It'll be a great little mantelpiece, kind of fun. And who doesn't like a lever action, right?
I think if you're going to start,
I need to get one in my collection.
Yeah.
If you start shooting it, that's a good thing, because then as kids grow, get to an age or whatever, or the kids can shoot it when they're there or something, and then it's in the family and at the place.
Right, and that's kind of what I thought. It was almost like it could almost be like a tradition. You know what I mean? Where maybe when a kid's old enough, that's the first gun they shoot or something. Just even if it's like I just thought we could each just take one shot, and that's but having the kids sort of shoot it as they got older would be cool too. Kind of almost like an initiation or a family tradition, that'd be kind of neat. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he was such an important guy to all of us. It would be pretty cool to have something like that to kind of tie everybody together. It'd be kind of neat. I thought it was a great idea. And I had never, obviously you can have guns engraved, that's, whatever, but this is such an easy process. It kind of takes all the fuss and muss out of it.
It's so easy, even a fry cook can do it.
Even a waffle guy can do it, yeah. Wife's out there talking about the police, the coppers coming to the house. Not this house, her old house. Yeah, there's some crazy parties over there. So what's going on with everybody else? Oh, we lost Abe.
I'm still there.
Oh.
No, just screen sharing the actual videos. Yeah, I got it going quarter speed. Because I did some with the light
there you go.
on, and then some are like with the light off. I wasn't sure how well this imitation GoPro was going to do high speed. So yeah, it's a thing.
So that you said that's 300 blackout?
No, actually the record fought. I shot this one. Let me pull this back here. That
looks scary.
No, this is actually my SR556. So I wanted to do like a comparison between just a regular 16-inch birdcage flash hider, and then I had my cat can. It's a 7-inch
What light are away at them targets?
What light is on the target?
What light is on there, and then how far away are them targets?
Well, with the 223s, I wasn't shooting the targets. It's 15 yards away because this isn't. Might be able to see kind of up here. It's a little light yet because my shooting lane is kind of carved out of my grove. And
Is
the
it
lights.
a banana grove?
No, it's just plain old trees, which oddly enough wasn't here 30 years ago. It was all mink hutches.
So what?
Hutches for minks. Basically like
What?
Oh, like the animal minks.
Birds,
Yes.
Mark.
Hey, they were gone when I bought the place. And apparently had been gone since, I don't know, 1970 or so. No, the light's one of those Olight Valkyries that, Dano, thank you very much for crashing Olight's website by posting that deal on Gun Channels.
How many loops is it reporting that it is?
Shit, I ain't got the box right here. I think it's 1,000 or 1,100.
Big one.
Yeah, and that's that plate there is just a little 8-inch pistol popper on a 2x4. But no, with the blackout, I shot that with the blackout because I loaded up a bunch of the what are these again? The Polyformance Interceptor bullets, or the copper plastic composites, and those you can shoot almost point blank and you're not gonna, it just shatters into a bunch of little lightweight pieces. No, but with the blackout, either I'd turned it on, hit record, shot, then I went to go turn off the camera because I got a Picatinny mount on the rifle. The screen was off. And I tried turning it back on a couple times, so yeah, apparently it had either the recoil impulse jarred the battery loose or it just couldn't hold up to that lightweight of a gun. So
holy crap. I just refreshed Gun Channels. I totally forgot that I had to refresh Gun Channels to see the chat.
You only have to do that if it on the page. If you watch it from the bar down below, it auto refreshes.
okay.
You know, it pops up from the bar down at the bottom where you got the buddy list and everything. You can pull up a chat down there.
Oh, okay. There's all sorts. General Relativity says he's going to have to keep that Beretta 92 trick up his sleeve. I guess that's because of the no guns, no firearms, no Beretta 92s. Sometimes you see no Beretta 92s. Sometimes you see no 1911s. It's really weird.
Sometimes
they're
no
so specific.
revolvers.
I don't understand
Right,
why.
no revolvers.
Sometimes it's like that Nintendo gun from like the old days.
Yeah, the duck hunt gun. Yeah.
Yeah, the duck hunt gun. It's like you would think that maybe it's just because of the distraction that video games would be.
Oh, yeah, it's weird. I texted Sarge and I said, hey, it's same thing. I was like, yeah, no Beretta 92s allowed. Good thing I don't own a Beretta 92. He says, yeah, sometimes down here it's no daggers, no revolvers, and no cartoon bombs. It'd be like a round bomb with the fuse coming out of the top of it.
What is this? The 1500s?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh wait! It's not no bombs. It's no grenadiers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like people.
Your better half is out in the chat.
Yeah, she's been out there all night.
That's cool. Hi, Mia. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you?
Yep. Yeah, she's talking about partying and all sorts of stuff.
I still say my interview with her was one of my best.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Just so you know, she is our favorite.
Whose favorite?
She's definitely my favorite.
Well, you gotta get her on. You gotta talk her into getting on the show. They have she you gotta make sure she knows that you guys have your own channel now too, which is really cool because then you don't have to worry about people, if somebody else you have some confusion between people looking for the show. You know what I mean? If people look for Gun Gals and they don't find Gun Gals channel, then you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's good.
Well,
it's good that you have
they also have their own email address.
Yes,
fancy
we do.
pants.
Yeah, I mean, like we're seriously moving it uptown. It's awesome.
Just whatever you do, don't give it to Ellis.
I was there. I already know it. I was there the night it was all created.
That's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, considering it was on one of my chats.
Happened at a petting. I didn't have to read to be there.
I don't think you want to be at Ellis's petting zoo.
I mean, well, he's saying you don't have to read.
I don't think that's the petting they had in mind.
You might end up with
heavy petting zoo.
Yeah, I was going to say heavy petting zoo.
You'll end up with a free pair of beads.
Hey, look, I would have some cool exhibits. I'd have Biker Bob in there, armaments and axes.
I can't recommend petting Bob.
I'd have Clover in there. I'd have the only tactical leprechaun in existence
that you know of.
That's true. You don't know for sure.
Don't mess with leprechauns.
Leaves and stuff, or what?
What would you say, G?
What do you feed a leprechaun? Like leaves and stuff? Like
well, yeah, it's like when you get
water.
When you catch a lightning bug, you put them in a mayonnaise jar with some sticks and leaves and shit. I think it's the same situation.
No, you feed leprechauns Lucky Charms.
No, you feed them whiskey and corned beef.
I thought they pooped Lucky Charms. Isn't that where Lucky Charms comes from?
That's why I don't eat Lucky Charms. Leprechaun shit. Okay.
That's why his marshmallows are so chalky and shitty.
Well, they poop the cereal. They poop the cereal part and sneeze the marshmallow.
I am never going to look at Lucky Charms the same. Thanks, guys.
What about marshmallow ruined.
See, now I got to get a hold of Ghost and have him do me a new Clover Tack picture with him like blowing a snot rocket and having Lucky Charms marshmallows coming out of his nose and stuff. Phoenix, do you need mini crayons for feeding the mini Marine? Joel guy's chewing on crayons. I never heard that before I was on gun channels. I never heard anybody say that. Maybe it's because I had Marines in my family. Maybe they didn't want to say it.
I never ate crayons.
I never heard of that.
No.
Yeah,
it must be the young Marines and younger ones.
Maybe the crayons taste better than they used to. I don't know. I don't even remember chewing on a crayon.
Once they started making them non-toxic, all the flavor just went out of them.
Well, if you buy those cheapy crayons like you get at the dollar store, those Rose Art ones, those don't taste near as good as regular Crayolas do.
Are they all dry and crumbly?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you only get 8 flavors.
I like that you said flavors and not colors. That's a very
if you're going to eat them, Well,
what about chalk?
Flavors.
You can always revert back to eating chalk.
Eating what?
Chalk.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
well, not necessarily. The older you get, always, you can really chew that hard stuff.
And you can always, snort up the powder that's left.
I think we finally understand why Outlaw is the way he is.
I was about to say, that's what's wrong with you.
And they say I'm weird.
Or I'm sorry, Outlaw probably didn't have chalk. He probably just started gnawing on the drywall. It's the same stuff.
That's what's wrong with my kids. They eat chalk and gnaw on drywall.
Unknown user is asking if you are going to be getting the 3 spam can PVC patch set back in stock.
That's a good question. It'd be difficult because of minimum orders and stuff. It's not like I can just reorder all. But I'll be working on something probably September-ish for that kind of stuff.
I gotta get over there and get those cards, man. You gotta head over to. They said you have them on eBay right now, yeah? Do you have some on gear websites too, or no?
I have 2 on the store, I think, and then the auction is to just try to raise funds.
Okay. But that's on. Is that on eBay or?
Yeah, auctions on eBay.
If you want to throw a link out there, go ahead. That would be awesome. I guess now is a good time to tell the wife I will be buying a set of those.
Oh, look, you just got outbid.
Shut up.
Hey, I see George. Hey, George, how you doing?
Hey, George. Hey, George, how's it hanging?
There's my George.
Have you kept Gary fed, George? He's looking a little bit thin. You might want to feed him a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he hardly ever eats, you can tell.
Oh, I was talking about you.
Oh.
Okay.
When's the last time the cat let you eat, Gary?
I ate about 2 hours ago.
Oh.
See, he's able to eat while George is asleep.
Oh, okay.
No, I had to attend a memorial service out of town for a cousin this evening. And then I met my sister, her husband, and another cousin and his wife. And we all stopped and had buffet on the way home. And, well, I kind of crashed once I got here. So, it's a good meal, though.
What kind of buffet was it?
It's a truck stop.
That's
so they had a little bit of everything.
So what you're saying is you're about to slip into a food coma.
Oh, no, I already did.
Did you just wake up?
Pretty much. You said I was sleepy. Well, I just woke up when I said that. So, yeah, I probably was a little bit.
Phoenix says George is all about the buffet.
George didn't get to go. He stayed home, took care of the house. He didn't know my cousin.
Brought him back a kitty bag, right?
Say what?
Said you brought him back a kitty bag, though, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. Don't be
It
mistreated.
didn't sound very convincing.
I know. Poor George, you're so mistreated.
Yeah, you can tell by looking at George that he is mistreated.
He's mistreated.
He's like, what the hell are you doing?
Like, hey, I need an adult. I need an adult.
Yeah.
I want to speak. I want to speak.
Hey, George. Really? You just gonna throw stuff at me?
Is your little one still awake?
No, she just woke up.
Is that
Good
cat
God.
up or no?
I said George, and her eyes like popped open.
Fluffy.
Yep, it's a fluffy.
Kitty cat.
Yep, kitty cat.
Meow.
Meow. Yeah.
Meow for him, George. No? Okay.
Like I'm purring. Leave me alone.
No joke.
Say I did it. I did it.
Sorry. Yeah, George should be the official mascot of gun channels. Well, G just got a new dog.
He's got a
So,
dog. Yeah, we got competition now.
What's the dog's new name? What's the new dog's name again?
That's going to be a contest to see who can guess it on Instagram.
Oh shit! You mean guess the name, or you're going to rename them? Rename them.
She has a name, and people can guess on that one Instagram post. It's like a blue post with like the dog in the middle, like a blue circle with a dog in the middle.
Yeah.
That's what the post looks like.
Cool. Unknown user likes cats.
I've set it up with Gary. You'll win George, so he'll just ship George over in the mail.
That'd cost a lot to ship this cat.
Nah, they got those flat rate boxes. That's no big deal.
Yeah, well, that's only up to a certain weight, though.
No, not the flat rate boxes. You can fill those things up with lead and send them.
They have, but I think 70 pounds is the maximum that'll allow. Because I've gotten... No, I've gotten...
You saying George weighs more than 70 pounds?
No. I wouldn't be holding him in my lap if he weighed that much.
9mm is saying, what did G get? It's a husky mix, right? Or a husky?
Yep. It's a little fluffy white dog. Looks like a wolf.
Yeah.
Oh my god, those are so cute.
Yeah, we
like dogs that just look like little white wolves and that are like little teddy bears and they're all fluffy. Then I get stuff. Also, she doesn't eat much and she just sits around and goes outside nice and doesn't bark. So if you like that kind of dog, she's all right.
We had when I was a kid, I know you got that from Russ, right? Russ was looking to you thin the herd a little bit, and then you took him. I think it was Russ. You took off their hands. We had a man. I don't know how old I was. I was probably 10, 15, probably 10 or 12. Somebody my dad worked with had a husky, and couldn't keep it, and we took it for like a week. That dog was nuts. Ended up going to somebody else that had like a, bigger house and a farm and all that kind of stuff. So, I'm sure it had more room for him to run than we did. We had a backyard and everything, but it just wasn't enough. This dog was super high strung. Just came home and just destroying the house. It's crazy. It didn't last a whole lot of did I say Eskimo? Did I say Eskimo? No, I said husky. Pretty dog, blue eyes, black and white, gray, you know what I mean? Like traditional kind of looking colors to it. It was really pretty dog. Nice and like fur was really fluffy and soft. That dog was crazy, man. Just was like on 10 out of 10, 24 hours a day. And then it would just pass out. And as soon as it woke up, it was crazy again. It was just like, no matter what toys we gave it, no matter what we did to it, it just would not like stop destroying stuff. Like chewing on the chairs in the dining room and stuff. I was like, holy Christ.
Well, bread to run, bread to work every day. So
yeah. Yeah, and we just didn't have we took it because we wanted to give it a good home. My parents wanted to give it a good home. We're animal people, right? But we learned real quick that I was like 12. My brother was probably 2 or 3. It just wasn't going to work. Having him around the little one and not that we didn't trust him, but a dog that high strung could hurt a kid just playing with him. You know what I mean? So it was on to the next person. Yeah. We ended up getting a lab a couple of years later. Great dog. George sounds happy.
Yep, he's happy.
G, will you be able to take the dog on the road with you?
That would be the plan.
That's cool. It's a great sidekick.
If you run out of gas, you should be able to throw the ball.
I was just gonna say, man, next time you have band trouble, you just strap them up and have her tow you home. Better than AAA. Psycho says getting a kitten and a puppy at the same time to raise together would be a dream. That's funny. Those are some funny videos. We have puppies and kittens together.
Yeah, that's how you win Instagram, is you get a puppy and a kitten at the same time.
Yep. Yeah. If you
Get a duck and a Roomba, and then you're done. You won Instagram.
If you can get the duck to ride the Roomba around, that's instant internet viral sensation. You'll never have to work a day in your life. But yeah, anytime you ever watch, if you watch any of the old daily gun shows, or not any of the old ones, I mean any of the daily gun shows where they do Instagram, if you got a dog in your picture, you're automatically top 3. That's the secret. I hope I didn't just let the cat out of the bag. Duck and a Roomba.
Oh, the cat's out of the bag. You let the cat out of the bag.
A baby piglet, and a kitten. Yeah. Baby piglets are pretty cute. Man, they're loud though. Holy Christ. Screaming and squealing. Oof.
Sounds kind of like Ellis's house.
You guys have chihuahuas, right?
Oh, no, I don't have chihuahuas. They have chihuahuas.
Yeah.
I wouldn't own one.
Well, yeah, some of them are, I mean, they are
annoying. That's the word you're looking for.
A lot of attitude.
Annoying.
A lot of attitude.
Annoying.
Well, I will say this. There's some of them are, I mean, every dog's different, right? Every dog has a personality. We had a dog a few years back that was a Chihuahua, and she hardly ever barked. She was the sweetest little, cutest thing ever. All black with like a little white chest, big black eye, like black eyes. Really, really, really cute. Unfortunately, she got sick, and we had to put her. She was only, I think, 3 probably. She got really sick, and we had to put her down. But she was like that. She was just quiet. She was like, the total opposite of the other one that we had. The other one we had was he was just a type A. He thought he was a Rottweiler. It was just crazy. People came in the house, and he'd just go bananas and wouldn't, nip at you and stuff if you tried to touch him, try to touch him. Not in a bad way, like he wouldn't bite, but like he just did that like soft mouth thing where he just kind of let you know that it's not a good idea. That was hard. That was a hard one to put down. That was sad. Anytime you have to put, an animal down, especially young like that. And we did a lot. We did everything we could. We felt like we did everything we could to help her and get her through it or whatever, and cure her, I guess. And cure is a funny word, but it just wasn't in the books. Wasn't in the bag. So I had to let her go.
You know what I've noticed? The older I get, the more I like cats.
Cats are awesome.
They're easier to deal with. You ain't got to fuck with them. They
tell that to Night Strike.
They pretty much take care of themselves.
Yeah, cats are pretty cool. I mean, I would say normally I'd say the shedding is a pain in the butt, but our one dog sheds like crazy, so we didn't get away with that one with this one. Our Macy, she's a chug. She's a Chihuahua and a pug mix, and she's like poof and drops hair. It's crazy, especially when she gets scared or nervous or something. Like if we go to the vet or something like that, and she sheds like crazy.
My girlfriend informed me the other day that she wants one of those Sphinx cats.
What is that? Like a Siamese cat?
Apparently, it's a hairless cat.
What is it? What did you say?
A Sphinx.
Oh yeah, they're pretty. Yeah, they're like one of the oldest breeds of cats or something, I think.
Yeah, and they're ugly as sin. Like, why the hell would you want a cat with no hair?
Anybody want to answer that?
It's weird that way.
Nope.
We're gonna leave that one go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
It doesn't shed.
Yeah.
Tina says she wants a hairless guinea pig. I didn't even know that was a thing.
It is, and they're weird looking, but kind of like with the cats, they don't shed.
Yeah, the wife says she was supposed to be full Chihuahua, which and hardly shed. We were scammed. We kind of were. We went and picked her up, and she's the cutest thing, man. But she ain't a Chihuahua. That's for sure. There you go. That's a cool looking cat. Some of them are a little scary looking. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I couldn't see me waking up, walking through the house.
That's what Ellis has look like. That's what the cat looks like when Ellis comes home.
Like cross between a cat and Eddie from Iron Maiden.
They're cute when they're little, but the older they get, oh my gosh, they look
that's a chubby cat.
That's a George class cat.
George class. Look at those ears.
See, that one's cute. That one's cute. That just looks weird. That's an angry kitty.
Angry cat? Is that you got the little one there telling you what's up?
Yeah.
It's a puppy.
That's not a puppy, that's a kitty. I know it looks weird. I know, honey. Don't worry.
Yeah.
There you go.
That one's cute.
Yeah.
They look like
down there looks like a mouse.
They look like that guy with the ring from Lord of the Rings.
Gollum.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Phoenix says look up a savannah. I saw a savannah.
Oh, I would love.
I talked about it on the show.
Yeah, it was like one of the first ones where you had a panel.
Yeah,
Those
it was
things are like what, $4,000 each.
I don't know, but
a normal size.
I
want one of those.
It's like having a leopard.
So it was during a parade. It was downtown, and there was there's people all over the place, and there was this woman pushing this stroller, and inside the stroller was that cat, and I was like, what in the shit is that thing? I was like, I've seen bobcats before, and at first I thought it was a bobcat, and then I was like, nah, it's not a bobcat. It doesn't have the right ears. Bobcats have some, like a lynx has like the pointy ears. And I just started Googling stuff, and that's what it was. It was a Savannah, and they're a crossbreed between a lynx and a domestic cat, I think, or something. I don't remember.
They're pretty cool.
They're huge. They're like twice the size of a cat.
But I think I remember looking them up in a chat one time, and aren't they like a lot of money?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're thousands of dollars.
They're $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 each.
Goodness. They keep showing them next to little kids. I want to see one next to a human, like a full-size person. Oh, here we go.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah, it's big.
And it looks.
But they look like.
So I don't know which one. This
yeah, it looked like a leopard. I was like, "There's no way that's a leopard, right?" Like I couldn't wrap my brain around it.
Now, are they like dogs? Is this thing is saying like, are they smarter? Do they act like a dog or do they act like a cat? Because I wouldn't want something that big acting like a cat around me.
Yeah, I know, man. Jumping on the back of you or something. Holy shit! Oh, look at the kitten. There you go. There you go.
Oh my goodness.
That's how you win a daily gun show right there.
It gets as big as a giant dog. That's the big one.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Damn it, Tardot, get on this chat so I can tell you what I want.
I'm pretty sure that you said that the first time we talked about these on the show.
I probably did. But I still don't have one, so I probably should remind him.
Says it's a hybrid between an African something and a domestic cat, and then there's also an Asian leopard cat and a domestic. Oh, there's all kinds of big ones, I guess. Why don't you get one of these giant ones that's hairless, and then you got everything covered?
There you go.
This is one of them fully semi-automatic ones. I don't think that's.
That's the that's the Cat 14.
Look at this one's got vert grips. You don't need those to kill a deer.
Well, it's got 2 vertical grips.
Yeah, really.
It's like a bipod. Right.
Yeah.
Got a bipod on the front for long range accuracy.
Oh, baby one. That would be neat to have something that's that little grow up to be a giant leopard that's hanging out at your house. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. How big does it say they get weight wise? Because they're pretty lean. You know what I mean? Like it's not like.
I bet you it's all muscle. Cats ain't got a bunch of fat. That fat one. Yeah. That's green. Look how big they are. Where's that thing that showed how big they are? So here's a regular cat, and then there's the small size of these, and then the big one. 12 to 24 pounds. How big is George? 10 pounds? Here he left. I think he's food.
I don't know for sure. Probably between 10 and 15.
Oh, that big? Okay. So
No way. Cheetah was 17, so your cat has to be bigger than the cat I had.
He's all hair, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell on camera, too.
But the big ones, they say, will be 18 inches height and 20 inches long, and then 24 pounds.
Damn. So, yeah, you're talking like 2 Georges almost, man, or 2 Georges. That's a lot of cat. Good God, look at that.
I'm sorry, because this is like almost like a fisheye lens shot, you know, I think, because it's weird angles.
Close. Yeah.
But this, well, that's a kid again. But that's like a 1 foot tile, so that thing's probably almost 3 feet long if it really stretched out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have an incredible vertical leap.
Yeah, you probably just.
I imagine.
Right? You'd never keep them in the yard or nothing. They just jump right up on your roof and off into a tree and out of it.
Oh, no, you pretty much have to keep them in the house.
Well, I mean,
I would get those little tiny deers from Africa that look like, you know, not much bigger than a dog, and then I would take one of them out in the yard every once a week, and then let my giant leopard cat eat it.
You could, I know what you're talking about. You can almost do your own wild kingdom and just do it in your backyard.
Just get a goat once a month or however often they need to eat it, and set that
There you go.
That's a whole channel. I'll put it on GunTube because Night Strike will let me put that up there.
Yeah, he'll let you do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix says, check out the Fennec Fox. FENNEC.
That new superhero movie?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Okay, it's like it's a tiny little fox. Screen share.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen those.
Who would want a tiny little fox that's the size of a chihuahua that looks like a puppy?
I would.
Who would want this little dog?
Oh my gosh, I would.
Look at that thing.
That's a toy.
Yeah.
Toy, that's a toy. It's fake. But here's a bunch of them sitting on there.
Oh my gosh. I'll take one of each.
Holy crap. They seriously sit around doing this? Yeah. They're like, watch this. They're like sitting around like this one day, like, oh, nobody's buying us. Like, we're never going to go home. And then they're like, watch this. And And then they're like, I'll take those 4.
Breathe, gunpowder. Breathe.
Yeah. Gunpowder's like, I'm having an asthma attack right now. I gotta have one.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute.
I would want to have like 6 of these.
A whole pack, yeah.
Come on, look at that. And we like having a little pack of them.
Kylie, tell your daddy we need 10 of those. Okay? That's your job. Tell daddy we need 10.
Well, they're gonna stack up like this, so it's not like they take up a lot of room.
Yeah,
I
know. It's like cups in your cupboard. Yeah, you can fit you just stack them all together.
At least 8, right? When there's company over, so nobody's got to fight over who's gonna play with one.
Well, you got to get an extra one in case one. Yeah, you always got to have an extra.
Until they all decide to poop in your house, and then the fun is over.
The poops
That's
are
why
like
you have kids.
The poops are like raisins. That's how big these things are.
Well, then you really got to worry if you have kids.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Are they pets though, or are these just little critters that run around? These don't look
Fennec
like
Fox Rescue. What's this about? It's just some.
I mean, my kids already act like animals. I think I could totally just use a pack of foxes. It'd be great.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to jump off here and get my ass in bed.
Yeah, I think we're going to shut it down here pretty soon, too.
So
yeah, I've got to get Little Miss to sleep.
Midnight, I thank you, sir, for the link.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just a quick throw together tonight. You know, nothing too fancy.
Before I leave, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night I was supposed to have Sarge from C4 Defense on my show, but he apparently has to work this week, so that won't be happening tomorrow night.
I don't have a lot of time to tell you. If you switch to Liberty,
I don't know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow night, but I will be doing something. And right after the show, I'm taking off, heading out to the campsite. So we're going to be doing some camping for the next couple of days. So I'll have some kind of show Tuesday. I'm not sure what. Probably 15, 20 minutes from my phone. But we'll do something. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Y'all have a good night.
Yep. See you, buddy.
Yep.
Thanks.
See ya.
See you.
Good night.
Yeah, the wife says, tell Tina about Max and the money. Our Chihuahua used to get the money. If I threw like $1, I'd throw like $1 down on the bed or the floor or whatever, and she'd say, "Max, get the money," and he'd run over and grab it and bring it back to her. And now I'm broke. Oh, General Relativity has a great idea for you in the Gun Channels chat. G. Petting van.
No thanks.
Yeah,
come on, man.
that
It's brilliant.
sounds like. So you're just gonna stencil in underneath there free candy and free comics as well? I mean, come on, that's not the best idea we've ever had.
I pictured the dog van on Dumb and Dumber, the one with the big ears.
Yeah. You find somebody on Gun Channels that can do up the van real nice like that. Put some ears on it and a face, and then you just travel around and charge people to feed your little critters corn and popcorn and stuff, and you don't even really barely need to know how to read, and they can do it.
Of course, they'll jump from mouses to stepdads to contractors.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Anybody that hunts within 2 years, they will be shooting certified contractors on site. Yeah.
Oh.
Good stuff. Murder's funny. Sounds too close to. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Psycho says sounds too close to pedo van. Yeah, maybe pedo van. Yeah, that's no good.
Well, guys, I'm gonna hop out of here as well.
Yeah.
I gotta get some stuff done. I
Me
gotta
too.
guns are gonna clean.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
have a
shut it
good
down
night.
here. Absolutely. If you guys want to say anything before you go ahead. Do some plugs or throw some links out. Do what you got to do. That's fine.
Well,
No, just thanks for the
having
invite.
me for the first time.
No, absolutely. Now I got your email. I actually thought I had an email for you for about 3 weeks. I was sending I was sending emails to nobody apparently.
I wonder what they thought.
Who knows? Who knows? Because I thought it was roll call 316. Somebody told me it was your name at Gmail. So if that is a Gmail, then somebody else has been getting links for about 3 weeks.
Great. I wish they would have showed up.
That would have been funny. I'm surprised I never got anything
They
back.
would have done better than me.
Who the hell are you, and what is this garbage you're sending me? Why are you sending me links to something? Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me.
All right,
And
see you, buddy.
all have a great night and enjoy the week.
Yeah. See you, buddy.
You too.
See you later.
Yeah. Hey, Patriot, you want to throw anything out there before you go?
Just shop at gear websites. $1, anything you got, throw it at G. Well, you don't have to throw it at him, but he does a lot of good stuff. There's all sorts of crazy stuff out there.
I have a feeling if he threw a $1 at G, he would just pick it up and put it in his pocket and go about his business. I don't think he would mind. I know that's how I would be. I wouldn't turn it down.
But yeah. Thank you. And I might try to order some patches. Some multiples.
Are they are Patriot patches available to buy, or did you just do enough for whoever, G?
So it'll take a while to make a design, maybe an hour or whatever. And then that's the first design. And then put it in the machine, and it'll take, depending on what's going on. For some reason, that machine seems to not like the heat. I don't know if the metal expands or something doesn't heat. So if you watch one of those fast forward videos, sometimes it's nice and smooth, and sometimes I'm constantly dicking with it. So I forget how long that thing took. Let's say it takes half an hour or something to sew out. And then, you have to finish it off. So that takes another while. And you're going to do a couple of them. You're now talking a couple of hours worth of sewing out, and then maybe an hour worth of finishing them. So that was the first run, and that's how you figure out your colors and stuff. And then you also can go back and tweak the pattern. So the pattern doesn't always necessarily come out the first time. What looks good on a computer screen doesn't necessarily equate to directions and movements for those motors in the machine to actually click out. So I'll bust needles and break threads and figure things out. So I might tweak the design, I don't know, depending on how elaborate or whatever the issue is. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard. Anyway, so I'm trying to say it takes a long time to get it tweaked to where you know what colors you want to come out on the finished product, and you get the design all set up. So by the time you do all that and then sew out, the finished product would still take, half an hour each, and then the finish time. How do I price that? I mean, that took me all morning, all day, maybe, and I got 3 at the end.
Right.
So, so people are like, "Yeah, I'll give you $10 for those." It's like, yeah, great. I mean, $30 for the day, and I didn't do anything else. So I can do them when I can to help people out and just do it. But if you want them made in production level, I'd send them to a manufacturer who does it for a living. And sometimes I can send them my file, but just depends on what we're talking about. Sometimes it's just as easy to send them the stuff because they'll do the art, and they know what they're doing with the art.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if I had one of those giant machines, was like could kick out a dozen at a time. Once I knew the software better, it would be less prototyping and less tweaking. Then it would be a different story. But when I'm kicking them out one color, one at a time, then I'm just sitting there monitoring the machine for hours.
Yeah.
If I'm lucky, I can be in a live chat or something while I'm in it. But I'm changing threads and changing needles and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I watched some of the. I was doing stuff while the video was on. I was at work. I was doing some prep and stuff, so I I was kind of in and out of watching it. I didn't really get to see the whole process or how fast it was, you know.
Well, I speed it up too, so it all takes like 3 minutes. But anyway,
Yeah.
I didn't buy the machine to be able to do production work. That's not, even if I hired somebody at something dollars an hour, it wouldn't be something you could produce out of a one color, one needle machine. But to kick out a patch that would cost you a lot of money to have made somewhere, because most places are going to have to do all that work and then charge you for it. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Sounds great.
Yeah. Gizzard, do you have anything?
Oh, not a whole lot. Check out my website as always, gizzardgary.com. Check me out on YouTube and all kinds of other places. Put out a couple videos this last week, nothing real substantial. I'll try to get some other stuff together. And check out gun channels, check out guntube.org, and subscribe to Midnight Range, man. Show him some love.
Oh, that's fine. We're good. I'm getting back. I'm trying to get some more content out. Channel's been a little bit slow the last month or so just because of work. But I got a couple of guys hired, so as long as none of them quit, stop showing up, / get fired, hopefully here soon I can start taking a day off, and that'll be nice. It's been a long time since I've been able to take a day off. Gee, what do you got going on? Do you have anything coming up after this tonight? Are you gonna do anything? Go live with anything?
Yeah, we'll do the band chat after. But I wanted to say thanks for doing a consistent show. It's not always easy to do them on a regular basis, and people appreciate the effort. But I think it's cool. That's one of the reasons we do gun channels the way it is. It's not like you're getting paid, so there's no like obligation to do it to some kind of a sponsor or anything. And it's more of a fun thing that you can do when it's available. And with enough people on that kind of schedule, you've got your Clover and your Ghost who can knock them out on a consistent level, and you got your Edge and Night Strike's more consistent, but your Edge and some of the other guys that are consistent but not every single week. So it's cool. Right. And it's nice to have a platform where you're not expected to perform, and if you don't perform every week, then there go your viewers and everyone's off to the next person. So I appreciate it, and I'm glad that we can have a community like this where everybody can contribute when they can, and it's appreciated. And again, it's not an obligation type of thing or anything like that. So it's awesome that you can keep at it, and thanks for doing it.
No, absolutely. No, it's a lot of fun, man. I mean, I think that's everybody gets involved. Maybe not everybody, but I think 99.9% of people get into it and they say, "Oh, this will be fun to try," or "This will be fun to do." And the obligation that we feel to do it, like on a night like tonight, where I mean, I knew we weren't going to make my normal start time, and ran through my mind. I was like, man, should I just not do it tonight? Just come home, go to bed, and whatever. The obligation that I feel is to people that show up every week, and it's a great entertainment. I think for people, and I know for myself, like I don't watch TV anymore. I hop on chats when I can. I'm watching replays of live streams or people's videos. It's a whole, like, gun channels, and the people that are involved with it are the people that I watch for the most part. And it's sort of Ghost talks about it being the water cooler of the Second Amendment, that's what he says. But it's almost like an entertainment hub in itself too, which is really cool. You can come in and watch really cool stuff for free and talk to some really cool people and ask a lot of neat questions. And for the most part, Ghost is a big one of this, and Clover too. Come in if you have any questions and ask questions. And damn it, there's going to be somebody there that knows the answer to it. Not just guns. I mean, there's a lot of people that are into cars, that are into I mean, there's people in there that know, that are into other stuff that, if you come into a chat and ask a question about something, I bet you, if you don't get an answer, you get maybe somebody to go to for the answer. So it's really cool. It's a great community to be in, and it's a great group of people, and it's been really, really fun. So, and they Russ and Giz through the Patreon up there. I haven't been pushing Patreon a whole lot. I did just pick up one person. I threw out a Patreon little not video, but threw out a Patreon thing to thank him. But I haven't pushed Patreon a whole lot because I haven't been doing a whole lot of videos. I feel they go hand in hand a little bit. The more I can. What's that?
Let me offer an alternative point of view on that. Patreon, I don't know the numbers. If you want to look them up on Wikipedia, they're there. But it was something to the effect of 50,000 content creators. So let's say there's double that by the time I last looked at them, and there's 100,000 content creators. Mm-hmm. The money was something like 5 million, or was it way more than that? Anyway, it came out to a very large number of dollars. And it was, if you look at the number of people that are members of the Patreon, like social media platform, it was something like they were donating, let's say, an average of $4 to 10 different content creators. That was like the one way to look at the data. So what that means is the people that go to Patreon to watch, like people used to go to YouTube, or some people used to go to Facebook. And like you were talking about, some people go to gun channels now, like that's their portal to get interesting stuff. Think about it. If you're not attached to YouTube, or maybe you hate YouTube because it's a dying, crippled, bloated platform, right? And maybe you're sick of it and you want to look for a better way to find real content, stuff that's being made from the bottom up, right? Not something that's funded by somebody with a bunch of money who needs somehow to call to action. You have to do something to pay for this content to be streamed down to you. Instead, it's people like yourselves that are just doing it because you thoroughly enjoy it, and you're having a conversation with your audience, right? So there's people out there that consider themselves venture capitalists. They go to that platform because they know that their dollars that they used to spend on cable are going to go to people like yourself and give you that encouragement financially and morally, or whatever you want to say, to like do this show every week. So think about your existing audience. You're not milking your existing audience. You're not begging for money. You're a capitalist. You're providing a service, a creative service, right? And there's people out there that are coming in at the level of supporting 10 different projects at the level of $4 a month is the average. So there's people out there that thoroughly enjoy going to Patreon and discovering new talent or new projects that people are doing and funding it, because it's neat to be able, instead of paying $5 to some movie so that Hollywood gets richer and somebody selling Coke or Pepsi made a couple of dollars, that's $6 minus the 10% that Patreon takes. So that $5 and something cents goes straight to that person. And there's a lot of people out there that are looking for new people. I go to Patreon every once in a while and just dig around because I found that guy Nuance Bro, who's not necessarily a gun guy. I don't think I would have found him just being a gun guy. But there's people out there doing neat stuff. There's a guy doing cartoons and stuff that kind of inspired me to do some that direction of stuff. So there's people out there just doing interesting things, like making novels chapter at a time each month, or some kind of educational thing, and incrementally. So because there's people out there that are looking for that, consider Patreon a place to put your hat in the ring there. So it's not like you're milking your existing audience, and you're not just putting it out there as a call to your existing audience. Let your existing audience know it's there, sure, because obviously they're interested in supporting you as well. But you're adding your hat to the bigger ring. Just like when you're on YouTube, you want to be discovered by being recommended. Well, that happens on Patreon. And the more you use Patreon, the more you post over there and say, here's what we did this week, or here's what we're going to do next week. Use the polls, use whatever features they've got. Patreon's going to be all the more likely to recommend you. Oh, well, this guy talks about food and guns and such and such. Well, this person who's spending money on Patreon likes food and guns. I'm going to recommend you.
Yep, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, it's awesome. And it's great to hear other people's point of views on it. You know, Clover out there said that, you know, talking in the chat too. It's a great place for posting publicly. And that's something that I've never really done. And that's just, like you said, cruise Patreon and just see what the heck's out there. You always used it more specifically to support a individual, you know, purposefully. Just I go there to support that person, not so much just to run around and see what the heck you can find. But that's a great point. That's something I never really thought about it that way.
People think of it like a PayPal button.
Right. Right. Yeah, and think about it the opposite, where it's like, well, let's see what's on here that I might enjoy. And you're kind of working the other way around, working backwards, which is cool. Yeah. That's really cool. I appreciate that, G. Thanks for saying that. Yankee did a great video the other week too about it. And he said it before, but he kind of what I said, kind of the way I've felt about it since the beginning, since I started doing it too, was, and I obviously started supporting people before I got money for Patreon, because I feel like if I can, that support, not that it's the only motivation to do it, but I know how I feel when somebody joins my Patreon. I was like, wow, okay, somebody enjoys it enough to help support. It means a lot. It's a big deal. I mean, even a buck, to have somebody take that dollar out of their account and put it in mine, in a way, it means a lot. That's really cool. So. Does anybody else have anything else, or should we send it to Abe for the outro, the closer? All right, Abe, what you got going on, buddy? Anything?
Not really. I recorded a video for a response to Mr. Matt's Never Enough Ammo's holster video.
Mm-hmm.
I just really haven't gotten around to editing it or anything, and I have extra different beer and sandwich time that I haven't uploaded yet. So,
oh, fancy! What's so crazy about it?
Well, you're just going to have to go over to guntube.org and see it a week early, or wait like a sucker and check it out on YouTube.
I've been known to be a sucker.
Well, you did hire me.
Yes, that's true. But I hired you for zero money, so.
And 0 sandwiches.
That's right, 0 sandwiches. I got to do a Reuben. One of these damn times I got to do a Reuben. I don't know why I haven't. I love them. I don't know why I don't do it, just on the sheer fact that I want to eat a damn Reuben.
All right, then. So.
Anything else? I don't think there's anything else out there. Clover's out there. Said hi to him, right? Yep. Go ahead, buddy. Let's get out of here. Let's all go to bed, huh?
Speak for yourself. So, ladies, gentlemen, and Jonases of all ages, thank you for watching Midnight Range TM's The Closer. Be sure to check out gunchannels.com for more Pro 2A content. Stay tuned for Gear Website's Van Chat right after this, and we'll be back at 9:30 a.m. Eastern with the Early Watch, followed by open lobbies and crazy characters throughout the day. Keep an eye out for Black Cat Outdoors lunchtime and litterbox chats. Gun Channel's Monday night programming at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's Clover Attacks MOA Monday and Hawaii Volcano Squads locked and loaded. 9 p.m. Eastern, Never Enough Ammo, a.k.a. Mr. Matt's Guns and Geeks podcast, The Week in Geek. 11 p.m. Eastern, the Outlaw Hatfield's Monday Night Shootout, which is going to be a short one this week. And every weeknight at midnight Eastern, it's the Daily Gun Show. Remember to be on the lookout for Ellis the Degenerates, a.k.a. Outlaw Hatfield's Late Night with the Outlaw. Also, check out guntube.org as a free and unrestricted Pro 2A video platform. If you like what you see over there, go to Patreon, help them pay the bills. Check out 247gunshow.com. It's free to sell for gunchannels.com members, and anyone can buy. And remember, a hot dog is a sandwich, and keep your guns oiled and the chamber loaded.
All right. Thanks, Ape. You're the best. All right, everybody. I will see you when I see you. And if there's anything I can do for you, leave it. If you have any questions, or if you have any comments, or if you have anything that you'd like to see on the show, always throw it under the comment section of this video. I will see it, and we will put it into one of the following shows. All right. You guys have a great night. Thanks for watching.